So I was in the club scene already, so I knew Robert Scorpio, who was the program director for 97.9 The Box. We were tight. And so I got DJ Chill. I said, hey, man, I need you to play this song for. I need you to break this song for. This was when DJs would love to break a song just so they could say they broke a song or because they loved music. It wasn't about the dollar bill with them. As I've come to realize, a lot of what these young DJs are about, they're all about that dollar bill, not the love of money. Not all, but the few that I have encountered. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got no money, they don't want to even talk to you. And that's kind of ass backwards because you passing over some stars with that mentality. You got to get back to the love of music. As a DJ or a program director now, it's all about scans
Your
and
streams and all that.
streams
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
likes and you know what I'm saying. That's crazy. When you could have helped a person become a star based on what's in that music. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, so Robert was there happening because we used to do live broadcasts. And so he dropped that Pimp the Pen and everybody in the club just went crazy. I saw that happen once before when I broke that UGK Tell Me Something Good. I broke that song for UGK and brought it to the radio station for them when 102 was had a rap format.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm the man that brought you UGK. I brought you their first hit that made them what they are today. You see what I'm saying? That's another story. You
Okay,
see
wait,
what I'm
wait, wait,
saying?
wait. Let's get into that though before we go to
Okay.
we'll jump back into the
All
screw
right.
stuff, but because you mentioned it, you know what I mean.
Yes,
I don't want to
yes.
stray away from that. Talk about that. How do
All
you even
right. So
get tied
Screw
in with
was
them?
like I said, me and Big Russ, we went to TSU together. So we were already familiar with each other. And so I dropped out, and come to find out, he even dropped out. I didn't know. I thought he graduated, got his degree, but he said he even dropped it. But I let him tell his own story. My bad, Russ.
Yeah, nah, he been on here. He been on here. He done told me. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
anyway, I dropped out because I stayed too. I played in the game room. Don't do that, kids. Don't play in the game room. You know what I'm saying? But I did that, and they kicked my ass out. And so we had Club New Jack. Screw was the DJ for Club New Jack. And Big Russ comes in the door. He said, "Hey man," he said, "I need you to get the DJ to play something for me." And so I say, "Okay, man, give it to me," because I knew him. I said, "Okay, let me go give it to Screw." And as soon as he get a chance to play it, man, he'll play it. So the club is packed. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, it's the hottest after house joint in Houston at that time. So he put that, I'm looking at him, he's listening to it, and then he bobbing his head. That's what he do. He bobbed his head and one with and
Hmm.
everybody's like, wow, and everybody started grinding and slow dancing and grinding.
Hmm.
And I said, Russ, boy, you got you a hit. This song is a hit, buddy. Yeah, you got your hit. And they asked him to play it 2 more times,
Hmm.
back to back. Yes, this is a true story, man. That's how I knew that song was a hit. So he had a guy named Kerry Douglas who would come into the club. Kerry was a good dude, but he was a hustler and he had a gift for gab. He loved to talk, and and he was a businessman. He has the gospel truth now. At least when I last saw him he was into the gospel thing. But at this time he was trying to do some, trying to get into the hip hop scene. And he would talk to, I can't remember exactly what he was approaching me about. And so one day he asked me to come roll with him. So I roll with him and we go up to Big Time Records. The office, they had just moved into Suite 910, Arena Towers #2. And I met up, it was me, Kerry, Russ, and his wife Zena at the time. And they were talking. That was his business with them. I was just tagging along. And so then I remember Russ giving Kerry 2 boxes of vinyl of
Tell me something
Tell Me
good.
Something Good.
Mm-hmm.
I already knew what the song was because of the reaction that I saw earlier from the crowd. So we go to 102, and Jammin' Jimmy Olsen was the DJ at that in the evening. He had just got fired from 97.9 for some shit about putting something on fire, and his daddy was the fire chief or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That was the story, the rumors that was going on, or the stir that was going on while he had, got fired and he went to 102. So you got to keep that in mind
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So we go in. He has this. He already had this prearranged meeting with uh with uh with Jimmy Olsen, and we bring up a couple of vinyls, like 3 or 4 vinyls, and so Kerry's there, but he don't know nothing about the product, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's stuck for words, and so I have to take over because I know what I saw. I say, hey man, look here, this song is hot, brother. I say, if you bust this here, you gonna do something. It's gonna do something big. Jimmy Olsen's response was, "I'll pass."
Hmm.
I said, okay. So we got up and we getting ready to leave. I said, I ain't gonna do nothing but take this over to 97.9 the box. And he said, hey man, bring that back here. As a matter of fact, go back down there and give me all your vinyl.
Hmm.
Bring it all in here. This is what happened, right? So I don't remember if it was that night they played it, or
When they do the
maybe
pump it and dump it, and they do the whole thing the first time they played on
I
the
don't even
radio.
think it was Pumping the Dumping with 102. That was with 97.9
Okay.
with the Pimp the Pen.
Yeah.
I don't think that was the format for 102. He may have played it that night as we were riding. But whenever he played it, that was a wrap.
Hmm.
That was done. And so that's how they came into existence. That's the true story.
Yeah. Now I know that radio. I remember being a kid and hearing
Mm-hmm.
that on the radio and being like, "Man, this is."
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
you the
that's
one
how they
behind
got.
that. That's
That is how
crazy.
they got their radio play. That is the true story of how it happened. I even emailed Jimmy Olsen, who don't mess around. Think he mess around with it, but I wrote the story down for him, and he verified it for Big Russ more than anything, because Russ really didn't know. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
how it
That's
really happened.
how he even became what he became.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? But that's the truth.
And that was monumental. I mean, that changed history right there,
Yeah,
man.
yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, the same thing that happened with the Tell Me Something Good happened with the Pimp the Pen, and it also happened again with a song from Al D called "Welcome to the Jungle." Same thing, but things happened that didn't jump off. You know what I'm saying? And that's Al D's story there.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let him tell that story, but we fell out for a few years behind that, because I put in some work and things didn't happen the way they should have happened, where he should have had the same result with the Pimp the Pen and Tell Me Something Good. I saw that also happen with a song called Welcome to the Jungle.
Hmm.
Same format.
Yeah. Yeah.
When DJs used to love to break a song. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it was not about the dollar bill, it was about the love of music and being the first to want to break somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Donnie Houston.